Hey you guys, so in a recent Halloween makeup tutorial I asked what you guys wanted to see next when it comes to Halloween, and I got a lot of comments for like a dark fairy inspired makeup, so that's what I'm doing today. I also wanted to make this kind of like a creative avant-garde Halloween look, so you can wear this with a different costume, like it can be super versatile if you're going to be like a witch or some kind of bird person or something like that. I just feel like this is a look that you can do with a handful of different costumes, so if you guys want to know how to get this look, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm starting out with the face, and I'm going to take my NYX Stay Matte foundation, and this is in the color Ivory. I'm just dotting this all around and blending it out with my beauty blender. Just going to speed through this part because it's not the most important. And then I'm just going to take some concealer. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream in the color L5. Going to use this to highlight underneath my eyes and then cover any redness, and then just continue to highlight along my forehead, nose, and chin, and then blend that out with the beauty blender. Now I'm going to take the Sculpting Wand by Ofra Cosmetics. This is in the color Sunset, and I'm just going to use this to cream contour my cheekbones and then also extend this up across my forehead. And I am going to be wearing a wig later on, as you saw in the intro, so I'm just having my hair up in a messy bun for now, but later, gonna be covering that mess, don't worry. And then I'm just blending that out with a beauty blender, and I'm going to move on to setting my under eye concealer with the RCMA No Color Powder. So now moving on to my brows, since I am wearing a black wig, I'm going to take some black eyeshadow, and I'm also going to extend the tail end of my brow a little bit past where it normally goes, and I'm also going to kind of make it a little bit straighter than it normally is. So I'm not following my natural brow hairs, I'm kind of lifting up the tail so it looks a little bit straighter and more like ethereal. So I'm taking this eye suit by Ritual Defee, and it's in the color Obsidian. It's just a black, and I'm just taking this on a concealer brush, and I'm just using this to dot on that product and map out where I want my eyeshadow to go. It's going to be a very messy look, so it's okay if this isn't perfect at first. I just wanted it to be like a really exaggerated winged eyeshadow shape, so I'm just kind of applying that where I want to apply the rest of the products later. This look is going to be primarily purple and black, so I'm taking Danzig, which is a Metal Crush eyeshadow by Kat Von D. I'm applying this on the Smith 256 brush and spritzing that with some water, and then I'm just going to apply that over the majority of the lid. Spraying this eyeshadow with water or like a setting mist or something like that makes it look a lot more metallic, which is why I did that. Now I'm going into the Metal Matte palette by Kat Von D, and I'm taking this matte purple on a blending brush, and I'm just going to blend this into the crease. I'm going into Jet, which is a matte black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to darken up that outer V shape. So I'm taking this on a shading brush by Real Techniques and just darkening up that outer V, kind of extending it a little bit more so than I normally would, and then blending that onto the purple lid. And then I'm taking a Cosette S185 blending brush, which is my favorite, for the crease when I'm not trying to blend a color out too much. And I'm just using that to extend the black over into the crease a little bit. It's okay if the shape doesn't look perfect right now, we're going to fix that later. Taking some more of that matte purple eyeshadow, and I'm just going to go back over the top of that. I really want this look to be super, super dark, super kind of crazy and dramatic and over the top, so I'm just going to keep blending until it looks that way. So now I'm going to take this water-activated Suva Beauty Hydra Liner. This is a black one. I'm just going to spray it with some water to activate it, and I'm going to use one of these little disposable, it's like a mascara wand kind of with a lot of spikes on it. I'm going to dip it into that liner and then kind of use this to smudge some texture onto the eyes. Kind of like how Risa Dexter does. If you guys follow her on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to follow that really over-dramatic wing shape, and I'm kind of alternating between like dragging the mascara wand to make some lines and then just dotting it to make like tiny little dots, just to kind of switch it up and have some different texture. Once I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to take this Metal Pigment by Danessa Myricks. It's called Enchanted. I just wanted the purple lid to be a little bit lighter and brighter and a little bit more intense, so that's why I'm applying this right over the top of Danzig. And now I'm taking Daydreaming by Danessa Myricks. It's one of my favorite pigments. I've used it before. I'm sure you guys know what it is. It's just so beautiful. It's like a white pigment, but it has a lot of like blue and purplish reflex to it. So I'm just applying this to the inner half of the lids, blending it onto the purple pigment. So I decided I wanted to add some more dots and lines to the inner kind of underneath my brow area of my eye. So I'm just applying some dots there and then kind of flicking up the area in the very inner part of my brow. Kind of to mimic some brow hairs, but also just to add some more texture right there. And I'm going to go back and forth and like keep adding some more until I'm satisfied with how it looks. I probably spent like 15 minutes just on this part alone, so you can do it however you want, just however dramatic you want it to be, add some more, whatever you want to do. And now I'm taking Aisha Liquid Lipstick by Kat Von D, and I'm just going to do the same thing with one of these little disposable wands. I'm just going right over the black to kind of soften it up a little bit and add a little more purple in that wing shape. And then I also decided to go in back with the black, like I mentioned earlier, and just kind of extend that area, add some more dots. And also I decided to extend this along the lash line to kind of mimic the shape of a liner. And then I just decided to go in with some daydreaming, kind of all over the crease, and then to extend it past that wing area just to add some more dimension and a little bit more color out there. I'm just going to add some mascara really quickly, and this is the Makeup Forever Excessive Lash Mascara, but I'm going to be applying these really super dramatic eyelashes by Danessa Myricks, and I trimmed off about 1/2 centimeter of the outer portion of these lashes because I'm going to be applying those underneath my lower lashes later. And now I'm going in with these tiny little gemstone things that I got from the art store. These are actually for like nail art, I think, or they were meant for that, but I'm just going to use these to apply some purple little gems along that wing shape that we have going on. So I'm just going to apply some along the top and the bottom of that shape, and I'm just adhering these with some lash glue, by the way. I just dotted the lash glue onto my lids and then applied the gemstones right over the top. And then I'm also applying some black ones as well. So moving on to the lower lash line, I'm starting out with Danzig on its small little smudger brush by Frillis Cosmetics, and I'm just blending that all the way across. And then once I get that on, I'm going to take that metal pigment in the shade Enchanted by Danessa that we also used on the lid, and I'm going to kind of mirror what is going on up on the upper lid. So I'm going to extend kind of a wing shape, but I'm going to shape it downwards. And then I'm just going to take that Cosette brush and blend everything out. Once I have that desired shape on with the pigment and the eyeshadow, I'm going to take some more of that black eyeliner on that little disposable brush and just do the same thing on the bottom. Not necessarily as dramatic as on the top, but I'm just going to do like a slightly less crazy version of that on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take some of that daydreaming pigment and just use this to highlight the inner corners. And then quickly just lining that waterline with a black pencil, and then this is where those trimmed outer edges of the lashes come in handy. So I'm going to apply these right in the center of my lower lash line with some House of Lashes glue. Ignore that blob, it's going to dry and go away later. And then I'm just applying some smaller lashes that I cut apart on either side of that long one. So now to contour, I'm just using a super cool toned contour shade. This is Do Your Research by Shiro Cosmetics. It's like almost a gray, but it looks really cool for this look. And then I'm just applying a touch of blush. This is Flesh and Fantasy by Marc Jacobs. And for lips, I wanted to go with a black, so I'm taking Witch's Liquid Lipstick by Kat Von D. And then I decided I wanted to really strongly highlight that Cupid's bow with the daydreaming pigment. So I'm doing that before I apply that top lip. And then I'm also extending that highlight onto my nose and then on my cheekbones as well. Now going in to finish that lipstick really quickly, and I kind of wanted to play around with my lip shape a little bit. I wanted to really accentuate that Cupid's bow and make that a little bit pointed there, and then also make the outer corners of my lips really pointed too. And then once I have the lip shape down, I'm just going to take a little bit more of daydreaming and apply that in an upside down triangle shape to my lower lip. And then for a final touch, I'm just going to add some more of those black and purple stones underneath that lower lash line, kind of mirroring the top once again. And then I popped on this wig by Eva Hair. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested. And then I decided to highlight my collarbones and also some areas that are protruding on my neck. And that's it for the look. I really hope you guys like this one. Let me know what you think. And let me know what else you want me to do for Halloween tutorials. I'll probably do a couple more, so definitely let me know what you want to see. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!